Let's look at the internal control systems. We're still continuing with topic 4, auditing. So internal control systems and its objectives. So the definition, internal, first of all, it's something that is within or inside. So this is a system designed, implemented, and maintained by those charged with governance, management, and other personnel. Designed, implemented, and maintained by those charged with governance or those in charge. Then by management and other personnel, and the reason is to provide reasonable assurance about the achievement of the entity's objectives, like to make sure that the entity's objectives are being achieved with regard to reliability of financial reporting, effectiveness and efficiency of operations, and then compliance with applicable laws and operations. So that is the definition of internal controls. It is a system designed and implemented by those charged with governance, management, or any other personnel. And the main reason is to provide reasonable assurance about the achievement of the entity's objectives. And this assurance regards to three things. First is reliability of financial reporting. Second is effectiveness and efficiency of operations. Like, are they operating in a way that they're supposed to operate? Are they utilizing the resources very well? Things like that. And then compliance with applicable laws and regulations. And that is the definition of internal control systems. So let's look at the components of the internal control system. The entity's internal control system may be reflected, like it is reflected in the policies and procedure manuals of an organization, the systems that are in the organizations and the forms, and the information in the forms. And the entity's internal control system is affected by the people in the organization, because if they put procedures in place and the people within the organizations are not following those procedures, then the internal control system will be affected. It won't be effective. So the entity's system of internal control is implemented by management, those charged with governance, and any other personnel. Any other personnel, we mean the employees in the organizations. So they do all of that based on the structure of an entity, like how they're supposed to operate. For example, in a hospital, they're supposed to have maybe morning shift, evening shift, and all that, like the processes that are supposed to go through when attending to patients and all that. So the internal control system is affected by the people in the organization. And then it is implemented by management, those charged with governance, and any other personnel. The entity system of internal control can be applied based on the decisions of management and those charged with governance, and those charged with governance or any other personnel. So, like the way the controls are implemented in the organization, it depends on the decisions that were made by the people in that organization. And that's where we have the management, those charged with governance, the top leaders. Then the employees, because if employees decide not to do what is required, of course the controls will not be effective. So the system of internal control consists of 5 interrelated components. Interrelated means that they work with each other. First we have the control environment. Secondly, we have the entity's risk assessment process. We have the information system and communication. Then we have the control activities. Then we have the monitoring of activities. So those 5 are interrelated, like they work with each other. We are going to be looking at each of them in details. control environment, entities, risk assessment processes, the information system and communication system, control activities, and then monitoring of activities. It is an examinable question, especially in objectives. They can bring it and they ask you which of the following is not a system of internal control. So you should be knowing those 5. Yeah. In order for the auditor to obtain an understanding of the internal controls, like the policies and procedures in the organization, the auditor must understand the design and implementation of that control, like how was it designed and how is it implemented. So by looking at those two, the auditor can be able to find out whether that control is effective or not. So thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. Let's catch up in my next video. We are going to be looking at the components of internal controls in details.